Hey, praise the Lord, praise the Lord. Appreciate everybody tuning in to my channel. Appreciate everybody who's been rocking with me since day one. I do not take you guys for granted, whether I get 1 view, 2 views, 3 views, whatever it is. I'm always grateful for everybody who takes time to listen to the knowledge that God has given me and to speak on certain topics. Haven't made a video in a while, been busy, been having a lot of things going on in life, but I felt as though it was necessary to speak on this issue with Ryan Clark and Cam Newton. Okay, so I'm a 41-year-old black man, and I have been to the top of corporate America. I've started at the bottom. So I believe that I'm qualified to speak on what's going on at ESPN and to maybe give a little bit of clarity and also to speak to a lot of black men in corporate America and in larger corporations that are in high levels and positions. Okay. Without trying to make this video too long. All right. First thing, I liked Ryan Clark. I didn't always agree with everything he said. Him and Cam Newton. Cam Newton was very out of the box, which I think he was very marketable because of that. Because I think a lot of younger people can kind of feel his vibe. I really didn't roll with how he dressed, but I appreciated his thoughts and his ideas on certain subjects. Ryan Clark kind of pretty much hit my vibe. You know, that's kind of like the vibe I get. I feel as though like on certain things he speaks on, and I can kind of like grace his tempo and his temperament, something like how I perceive myself to be. Um, I thought he was an excellent analyst for the most part when he was on TV. It seems like he's always kind of precise with what he likes to put out there. He always based a lot of things on facts, and him being a former player, you can kind of relate to him having a perspective of a player at times when he's addressing certain opportunities in the NFL and as a fan. So I can definitely appreciate it. Cam Newton, a little bit different, unorthodox type style, but very entertaining. Both very successful men, very successful in the NFL, very successful broadcasters. Both still have their own podcast. All right. As far as ESPN firing Ryan Clark, extremely unprofessional. Extremely unprofessional. I thought it was handled uh, very poorly, to say the least. I thought it was very disrespectful for them to do that while he was working. Um, am I surprised? No. I'm gonna tell you why. Um, when I was working in management, uh, my store was closed abruptly. Okay. There were no emails. There were no phone calls made. There were no text messages. There was no line of communication when my former store shut down. Okay. I'm not gonna say what company it was. I'm not gonna say what year it was, but it happened very abruptly. And I proceeded to go into my store, and there was a handwritten sign from regional saying that, hey, this store is closed. And then I just started getting like crazy calls from other people who work there, like, hey, what's going on, and a lot of other things. So and this is a multi-billion-dollar company that I was currently working for at that time in management. You guys can use your imagination. It's still around now. But So it happened. It happened. Um, yeah, I was actually on my way to work, and I got the phone call that my store was closed. Yeah, so it was pretty devastating. Then they pretty much said, "Hey, you could either take the termination or you could take the buyout." Um, I took the buyout. It worked out for me. But I say this because these larger corporations want you to believe that you're family. They like to always say that, hey, you're a family, you're a part of our family, you're a part of this, and that's true while you're employed. But the moment they make the decision that they're going to let you go, that family documentation is over. Um, you will not be considered family once they fire you anymore. So once they make that decision, you're fired. Then that's it. Um, while I was working for this company, I was treated, I think, pretty good. There are always gonna be ups and downs and everything, but black men and I think white men handle it a little bit better, and Indian and Chinese, because black men uh, tend to be a little bit more emotional, because most black men are raised by women. So um, at times they could be a little bit more emotionally based, rather than a lot of other ethnicities that are raised by men. Only in the black communities where we look to women to lead our communities, which is nothing wrong with that. But the top earners in the United States are Asian, Indian people. Their communities are not led by women. So I think that's where a lot of the emotions comes into play. But it's no script on how to lose your job, especially something as high profile as this. But this is a wake up call to black men, to show you guys that no matter how high or how much you think that you can't be touched, you can be touched. And until we understand that we have to start our own businesses, we have to support small businesses. We are the only uh, community of people who undermines each other's business. We have to give quality products. We have to start our own. The Jewish community don't speak on supporting each other because they do it automatically. The Asian community doesn't speak on supporting each other. They do it automatically. Indians, they do it automatically. I own a small business, so I understood once I got let go that I would never 100% depend on a job for income for my family. I said I would never do that um, again. And that was the best thing. Me getting terminated and that store closing was the best thing that ever happened to me, because that prompted me to generate other sources of revenue beyond working a regular 9 to 5. And that's how my life is trending. That's how I was able to afford to do certain things for my family and myself, and to have things. Um, still, I'm still a big advocate for working a 9 to 5. Okay, but until you can get your own business off the floor, um, continue to work a 9 to 5, but as look at it as a necessary evil for your own business. You know what I'm saying? Now um, I probably go, I probably depend on my 9 to 5 job probably for, or I would say probably around 40% of my income. The rest is my own business. You know, it might be a little bit lower than that, give or take, around what time of the year it is. But black men, I'm telling you, without making this video too long, stop depending on these 9 to 5s. If you're in corporate or whatever, you have to. Now, I'm not saying do anything illegal. I will never support doing anything illegal like scamming, selling drugs, or anything like that. Now, if you do that, that's your business. You know, take it with a grain of salt. But you need to, especially if you have a family, you need to start your own business. Not saying what that business may be. I own my own landscaping company. I love cutting grass. I love working outside. So starting a landscaping company was an easy move for me. You know what I'm saying? You might be good with technology. You might be good at cooking. You might be good at construction. You might be good at roofing. You might be good at, who knows, telling jokes. You know what I'm saying? What I am telling you is you need to start your own business. And I would say at a younger age, I took getting fired real hard. But it's no playbook to like to adjust to getting fired to losing income. It's no playbook. All you could do is recover and get up. So how would I handle being laid off right now at 41? Number one, my LinkedIn is always up. Okay. It's always up, and I'm always trying to update it and do certain things to it. Number two, I have my own business to fall back on. And number three, always work on your networking. I always keep people around me in a circle who are business oriented, just in case. Okay. I hope you guys got something from this video, and I hope you guys learned something from this video and took something from it. Let me know what you think about my video, my channel. I love you with the strength of Christ. Let me know if you agree with me, disagree with me, thumbs up, thumbs down. This untouchable conservative. I love you with the strength of Christ.